Parsons had the potential.
At the stop sign, turn right.
Yeah, I mean,
at the next light, turn right.
Nice start. I mean, you can say that, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. 6 games into the rookie year, it's hard to say.
Well, yeah, we were discussing the futures of Brad Holmes earlier too. So,
well, and I don't think with this team and this roster, doesn't matter.
At the light, turn right onto Orchard Lake Road.
You can bring back, Bill Parcells or Vince Lombardi. I don't think this team would be anything other than 0-6. You know what I mean? It's just that it's just there comes a time where you just can't mask the lack of talent, and that's just kind of where
in
we
2
are.
miles, turn left onto Woodward Avenue.
It's going to be tough at times, and here we are.
Loft, my golf game. 97 month.
Wojo and Rieger broadcast live from Little Caesars Arena tomorrow at 6 before the Detroit Pistons home opener with the Chicago Bulls. Get your tickets now at Pistons.com. Details at 971theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Southfield, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, 1-0-1. Red Wings host the undefeated Columbus Blue Jackets tonight at 7:30 right here on 97.1 The Ticket. Captain Dylan Larkin back in the lineup from his Game 1 punching suspension. Former Wings great Sergei Fedorov will be an assistant coach for the Russian Olympic team in 2022. Monday Night Football, the Titans beat Buffalo 34-31. Winless Lions have the 4th toughest remaining schedule in the NFL. That begins Sunday for them when they visit the 5-1 Rams and former quarterback Matthew Stafford. Head coach Dan Campbell said personal shakeups are coming for the Lions this week. Rams are favored by up to 16. ALCS, Red Sox 12, Astros 3. Boston takes the series lead. Number 6 and 6-0 Michigan hosting Northwestern Saturday at noon. Big Blue favored by 24. 7-0 Michigan State idle this week for Will host Michigan Saturday, October 30th at noon at Spartan Stadium in what could be an epic tilt. At the ticket update desk, I'm Jeff Russin for more 97.1 The Ticket.
In 1 mile, turn left onto Woodward Avenue.
From the Jamie Samuelson Studios, Tony and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
Good morning. It is a Tuesday with the Gov, Greg Hargrave, Heather Park is here in the studio. Don Jansen, what's happening?
Good morning. How are you? It's a terrific morning.
Yes, it is. Nice brisk out, but it's 70 today and tomorrow.
It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Time to get out and rake the leaves.
I was invited, put it back.
He's got to, take him down and put it back out.
I was invited to play golf today, but I just...
Oh, so it's just a timing issue. You
Yeah.
can still play after.
I know.
Move that doctor's appointment.
No, it's...
Okay.
It's one of those where your wife's not going to let you move it.
No, I'm not doing my wife.
Stay in the left lane.
It's got to be it's an important one that she just is going to make sure you go to.
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn left.
Everything. I mean, I'll say, yeah, I gotta go to the doctor.
Is this one you can share with us?
It's the urologist, you know.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but it's one of those where, they're so busy that you book them like, months in advance.
Right. And then when it comes, you're like, God, I wish I had done it at a different time. Yeah.
I try to, like for my dermatologist.
At the light, use the second lane from left to turn left onto Woodward Avenue.
Try to figure, okay, what's going on with the football,
Right.
this time of year, whatever. So go through that. So, yeah.
Turn left.
It's going to be a beautiful day. A beautiful day. We have a wonderful show for you. 3 magnificent guests. Evan Jenkins with Medicine 950. As always, Lions head coach Dan Campbell at 7:35. And
Go past this light. Then at the next one, turn right.
Coordinator Mike McDonough. Chance to meet him for the first time. Talk to him. Really interesting guy.
He is. He's a good dude. And I think it's a great addition to Michigan staff, as so many of the young coaches have been. Obviously, you're very familiar with Ron Bellamy.
Yeah.
And Steve Klingscale. I'm excited to introduce you to him. I think you'd really like him as well.
At the light, turn right
We
onto
had,
East Huron Street.
Football last night, as always, last night to the Tennessee Titans. I still think the Bells are really, really good. Tough place to play on the road.
In half a mile, keep right to merge onto M59 East toward Utica.
Buffalo with a chance to win it. 4th and 1.
Get your head across the defensive end. It's so frustrating.
Now, I love the quarterback sneak in that situation, especially when you have a quarterback who's big and tall.
It should have been
Go past this light.
successful.
Then use the right 2 lanes to keep right to merge onto M59 East toward Utica.
Should have called for a measurement on the play previous. Was it a first down or not? Regardless, Tennessee made the play. Now, Josh Allen did have some footing issues on the play, but if he goes right ahead, he might have made it. But it looked like he went to the left, and the defensive guy.
Yeah, the defensive end was lined up head up on the tackle. The tackle had poor footwork. Put his head up.
In 14 miles, take a slight left turn onto Hill Road crossover, eastbound.
Just put your head across him.
I think it's the right call. The quarterback sneak. There are some people who believe, you have such a great athlete, Josh Allen. Let him be athletic. Spread out, do something. I don't know, but it's a yard or even less, more of a foot actually.
He's a great athlete. Those guys out there are even better athletes.
Yes, I know.
Make up for the tackles. I think it should have been successful. I didn't have any problem with going for it.
Me neither.
Kicking the field goal. I thought it
donation to help the poorest of the poor right here in our community. So if it's time to donate your car, join the tens of thousands of other satisfied car donors and donate your car to Mother Waddles. And remember, Mother Waddles will pick up your car for free and in a timely manner. So go with the leader. Donate your car to Mother Waddles, Detroit's oldest and most respected car donation program. Simply call Mother Waddles today at 313-WADDLES or go online and donate your car at motherwaddles.org. Mother Waddles, a name you can trust. Call 313-WADDLES. That's 313-WADDLES.
Want to win the Ultimate Lions tailgate experience? Win 4 passes to the Bullseye Detroit Lions VIP tailgate at the former Punch Bowl Social prior to the Detroit Lions home game. You can win free admission, free food, and free drinks. Enter to win on the contest page at 971theticket.com.
All right, I admit, before I started using Dawn Platinum, I do
In 1
anything to
mile,
avoid
take a
washing
slight
dishes.
left turn onto Hell Road crossover, eastbound.
But now with Dawn Platinum, I've turned a corner. I'm an adult, using real, actual dishes. Why? Because cleanup is so darn easy. Platinum is so powerful, it breaks down and removes up to 99% tough grease and food residue faster. In just a couple of wipes, tough messes are gone. I'm done before I know it. Boom! Dawn Platinum makes cleanup so darn easy.
I'm Swin Williams. You watch me live on TV.
And I'm that voice for movies you watch on demand. DirecTV Stream brought us together to save the world.
Maybe not save the world, but DirecTV Stream does bring your live and on-demand favorites together.
Your favorites together.
I just said that.
She just said that.
Introducing DirecTV Stream, the best of live TV and on-demand with no annual contract. Get your TV together at DirecTV.com.
Voice high-speed internet compatible device. Content varies by package and location. Restrictions apply.
You love Zoom for video meetings. Now, choose Zoom to power your phone communications too.
Use the left 2 lanes to take a slight left turn onto Hell Road crossover,
It's your
eastbound.
business phone system. Zoom phone's secure HD audio and enterprise-grade reliability keep you connected
Take a
to your
slight
teams
left turn,
and your
then
customers.
merge onto
And
M53
it's
North
easy to
toward
use
Lake City.
on mobile, desktop, or desk phone. Empower your workforce with Zoom
At the light,
Phone.
merge onto M53 North
How
toward
the
Lake
world
City.
connects.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. If you haven't refinanced your mortgage in 2021, you need to call Hall Financial right now to see if you qualify for the no appraisal 8-day close. 866-CALL-HALL, or you can chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas. The Detroit Red Wings host the Columbus Blue Jackets. Great game tonight at 7:15 on 97.1 The Ticket.
We'll be talking Michigan football with defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald coming up at 6:35. Dan Campbell at 7:35. Right now it's news with Heather.
Well, you guys, Mackinac Island, it was booming with tourists this year. So good for them, especially after the whole pandemic when people weren't really
I was
traveling.
one of them.
You were?
That's right.
You went to Mackinac Island?
One of my friends from New York came.
Oh my
That's right.
gosh. I totally forgot. That was your first visit, wasn't it?
No, I've been there. That was my second.
You just have to go across the bridge.
In 10 miles,
So
make a
close.
U-turn.
I get it, yep. Almost there. Well,
Baby steps.
according to Chris Shepler, who obviously runs Shepler's Ferry, he said that this season. Oh God, I'm glad you were. He says this season was out of control. He says that it set a record for the all-time busiest summer in the history of their company. There was also a record set in both volume of control, tried to obviously get things under control, but they struck the median and then rolled over. And unfortunately, that driver was not wearing a seatbelt. So that person was ejected from the vehicle. There was a 7-year-old in the vehicle as well, who thankfully was wearing a seatbelt and was not injured at all, which is the good news. But the driver remains in critical condition. So hopefully they can recover, and I'm sure if they do, they will always wear a seatbelt from here on out.
The statistics on seatbelts is it's staggering. The only reason I know that is because Lucy took her written test last night. She passed.
Woohoo!
And it is like helping her study for it. I really think
to resemble Brian Laundrie. Right? Like, he is like the most wanted man out there right now, and there is a guy who bears a very uncanny resemblance to Laundrie, and he says he was ambushed by feds at gunpoint while he was napping on the Appalachian Trail. So he was out there, he was with a partner, I don't know if it was his wife or girlfriend, but they were hiking, right? And they decided to go get a little bit of sleep. They were at a lodge on the trail when he says they heard a knock at the door, and then all of a sudden, the doors to this lodge flew open. The men barged in, they had riot shields and held guns to his face because they thought he was Brian Laundrie. They put him in handcuffs. Apparently, they touched part of his ear, and they're like, oh my gosh, you have the same little notch, just like Brian Laundrie did, like it's some bump or something. But then, thankfully, they realized, okay, you don't have any of Brian Laundrie's tattoos, and you have an ID that proves exactly who you are. So he was let go, but it sounds like the people at the lodge are the ones who alerted the authorities. And they also snapped a photo. He said he saw the picture of him. And for their trouble, the lodge provided the couple with a free night stay and a complimentary breakfast. For your trouble of waking up to guns in your face.
Exactly. Some flapjacks.
Service cold, but enjoy.
Yes, I hope you return.
Well, if he did really look like him, I get
Turn
it.
right into the
I do
parking
too,
lot.
but man,
I know.
to have it wrong and to wake up like that,
Yeah, well, if he did it right.
no, that's very alarming. But
All right, thank you very much, Heather. Coming up next, Michigan defensive coordinator Mike McDonald will join us, and Dan Campbell at 7:35, 97.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Week 7 pro football kicks off Thursday night. Cleveland, the 4.5-point favorite against Denver. The total is 42.5, and I expect money to come in on Denver throughout the week here. So getting Denver at anything above 3.5 looks like a great play. So Denver plus 4.5 looks really good. Cleveland is the walking wounded right now. And Denver's defense, I expect to play well against a Cleveland offense that's been sputtering and against a quarterback that is far
Turn right
from
into the parking
100%.
lot.
So look to get these bets in on Denver. Now, again, the goal is to get Denver at anything above 3.5. So plus 4.5, plus 4. Good for Denver on Thursday. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River
You've entered the
Sportsbook,
parking lot for your
Detroit's hometown
destination.
sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-272-07-117.
Grammy nominated Joe Bonamassa, hailed as one of the world's greatest guitar players. Blues rock titan Joe Bonamassa, performing live on Friday, November 26th at the Fox Theater. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Joe Bonamassa. Don't miss the guitar event of the year.
Get ready to slay the holidays with epic daily deals now at Amazon. Find big savings on the hottest fashion, toys, and more. Ring in the savings early when you shop epic daily deals at Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
Hey, it's Boomer Esiason. When you have your own business, you basically have to do everything. That includes hiring, which can become a second job. That's why there's Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview candidates all in one place. With smart tools like Instant Match, you instantly get a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your job description the minute you sponsor a job. Spend less time sifting through resumes and more time saying you're hired. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
okay.